I'm all about human connection. That is what drives me at my core as an artist. Light in the darkness, darkness in the light. What do we think? I'm Lou Jasmine, and I'm a photographer and director from London. For me, the prompt was really inspiring because I am interested in lightness and dark. I am interested in the contrasts of life. I pushed myself to create images against this perfect world of AI because for me personally there isn't beauty in perfection. The beauty is really in the imperfection. The fact that I've come from London to northern Finland, I'm in extreme weather conditions and I'm using a new camera as well. I will not get this experience sat at my laptop. I love natural light so much and just seeing what you can get from being outside. I draw my inspirations from capturing the essence of someone, what it means to be alive, what it means to be connected. I love shooting people against blue sky. It brings me so much joy. There's something about it that makes you feel so optimistic about life. I had an incredible model, a wildly talented hair and makeup team, a brilliant stylist, and I was just so disappointed. Blue sky just did not come out for me. It said, you know what, Lou? I'm going to challenge you. I'm going to take you outside your comfort zone. It made me think about what it was I wanted to achieve and a different way on how to achieve it and how to bring out the same emotion just in a slightly different way.
Yeah, really happy that Jimmy's incredible.
It really is a triumph over adversity for sure. It was such an incredible challenge to be able to produce that image. And actually it worked so beautifully because she just became the wind and really embodied it with the way that the pink really pops with that brightness, and then steadily it kind of gets a bit darker and darker as you go back as well. The cold kind of fell away and I was just so like mesmerized by just how beautiful like the landscape was. And you're like, is that even real? When I was at the lake, I had accepted the fact that I was not going to have beautiful twilight colors, sunset colors in the sky. So another idea was to light my model. I put my model in a black dress, and what it did was it acted as a really great base for light to be able to bounce off her. I've never done light painting before. It's not really my style. But I saw the benefits of using light painting in that situation. While we were shooting, the images were coming through, and I was like, okay, yeah, that's nice, that's nice. I'm just not quite sure. I don't think I've got the shot just yet. And then I just said, let's just turn the lights off and let's see what we get. The sky was this quite beautiful and also almost like a looming kind of orange. So I did a long exposure, and for me, that was the best shot. That was my first time doing long exposure, and I'm really proud of it. What is also quite ironic about that being my favorite shot is that it's so moody and so dark and not very like Lou Jasmine at all, but it's the way that she's like reaching into the sky or like down from the darkness, and this like flash of orange just like cuts across. The other image in the series was my model embracing the energy of a tree. I was like, it would be so great if we could do her hair and make it out as if it was almost like the branches. I didn't want to use flash. I wanted to use continuous, and I wanted to be able to play around. We flashed the light into the trees just to give some nice little glow. We had a lovely softbox light that was on my model, and then just a small Titan pinkish color just to light the tree stump as well. Everything just came in together, and it was very different to what I thought I wanted originally, but I'm really happy with the final result. For me, I really wanted my model to be very much part of the environment. It wasn't like I was just placing her in the environment. The direction I always gave her was that like she is the tree. And so like her hair is coming out in all these different ways of branches, and then her pose as well. And the colors, the pink and the green, are representative of Aurora Borealis as well, and the Northern Lights. When people look at my images, I want them to feel something they can't quite describe. Something that draws them in, gives them hope, makes them feel like life has a bit of magic in it. There were so many challenges that I faced with my ideas. Would I change anything? I'm going to say no, because each of those things have taught me so much about the beauty of being incredibly present and adaptable and flexible, and just really leaning into whatever the environment gives you.
It's been so good just to see the different questions that I get from each of the creators. Some of them are comfortable with their cameras, but they want to know about different kit that they might be using for the first time. Some of them are not so comfortable with all the settings in their cameras, but they know the shot, they can visualize the shot that they want, and they just want to get to that final product, and how can they get to that final image that they want to take.
Rishi, absolute love him so much. Like, to have that level of support around me. Once I started shooting, everything else fell away. Nothing else mattered. Not even the fact that I was shaking cold mattered. I was in flow. And I think as a creative, that is the best state that you can be in. This experience has given me so much more than just the images that I have. It has given me so much more confidence in my own ideas, so much more confidence in the techniques that I have much less experience in. It's very different if you were to just type those words into AI.